Communalism, regionalism, and secularism are three different political philosophies. All the three are three different belief systems, and they have different modes of application too. But looking at West Bengal, one fails to understand what is secularism or what is communalism or regionalism. Everything is so mixed up there. Every political party and every political leader is mixing up all the three and some more also, perhaps, like casteism, to confuse the voters as to who is communal and who is secular. BJP has generally been termed as a communal party by all its opponents, and most vociferously by the TMC all these years. Now, at the beginning of this election campaign itself, Mamata Banerjee went ahead and proclaimed herself to be a Bengali Brahmin, Mamata Banerjee. She reminded people her full name and said that she is also a practicing Brahmin. She went on to recite the Devi mantras from her election campaign stage, and she repeated it later too. Mamata Banerjee, claiming herself to be a Brahmin and seeking Hindu vote, or reciting Devi mantras to counter Jai Shri Ram slogan, or to counter Jai Shri Ram, bringing in Jai Shiv slogan or Jai Mahadev slogan, sounds strange to outsiders. But Mamata Banerjee is afraid of the Hindu vote bank consolidation of the BJP, like others, that is, the opponents of BJP, like other opponents of the BJP in West Bengal. Hence, she thought it fit to include in her campaign her roots also, her caste roots, her birth and her Brahmanism into her campaign. She wove in. Now, Mamata has always claimed herself to be a secular force. While others were accusing her of practicing appeasement politics and wooing minority vote, she denied it and she said she was secular. She has been saying that she has been always secular in her politics and outlook. But now that she claims herself to be a Hindu Brahmin, and that too a practicing Hindu Brahmin, is she really secular? Or, like she calls the BJP, a communal force now? The voters are confused there. Now, coming to the left, we see that they have joined hands with, along with Congress, of course, with the ISF, the Indian Secular Front of Siddiqui. Indian Secular Front, the left claims, is a grouping of Dalits, tribals and minorities, that took backward minorities, and it could only be called a secular force and hence is not a communal force at all, they say. Now this is being questioned by TMC as well as BJP. They accuse ISF as a minority party and call it practicing minority politics, and they say that the left parties have joined hands with a communal force. Now for the left, BJP is communal, for the BJP, TMC is communal, for the TMC, both the BJP and the left are communal. This identity politics that these political parties are waging now in West Bengal are to garner the vote banks. BJP has successfully wooed the Hindu vote bank all these years, and they have come to power under Modi, that is, for the second time too, with a comfortable majority with the Hindu vote bank politics. They treated Hindus as vote banks. They might say anything else, but we all know that it's a vote bank politics. Now, Mamata Banerjee, who always wooed the minorities or who was dependent on consolidation of minority vote against the BJP and against left in West Bengal, is now owing the Hindu majority vote too. Mamata Banerjee has always got a majority of the Brahmin vote in West Bengal, but the way she is owing the Hindu vote bank now blurs the distinction between secularism and communalism. And the way the left parties have joined hands with the ISF blurred the distinction between secularism and communalism. Rahul Gandhi has always practiced secularism, or at least claimed so. He says his party is secular and he is secular. Yet he went ahead, in the last elections we have seen, he went ahead and claimed himself to be a Brahmin and a Dattatreya Gotraj. Where was the need for Rahul Gandhi to claim his caste identity if he were to be really secular? BJP has always practiced its Hindu vote bank politics. Now the left is also practicing vote bank politics. TMC is also now banking on Hindu vote bank politics. All other parties are doing it. In addition to this, Mamata Banerjee has brought in the caste factor by announcing reservations for certain sections of OBCs. BJP condemned it, but it has also gone ahead and brought in this reservations issue in its campaign. They also have promised, these BJP leaders have also promised reservations for certain OBCs. Now, Nitish Kumar has done it earlier in Bihar. Shiv Sena is relying on Maratha reservation politics. In Tamil Nadu, we have seen that most of these parties, whether it be whoever is in power or whoever is in opposition, they also always talk of reservations, providing reservations to those sections that have been left out or which are not developed. So, to say that someone is communal or to say that someone is secular seems to be quite confusing in this country. And it's not viable to call oneself a secular because everyone is owing all kinds of vote banks. So there's nothing wrong in calling a spade and to say if BJP is communal, everyone is communal. If TMC is secular, everyone else is secular. These are all identity politics on the one hand. Secondly, these are all politics of self-interest. All these political parties and political leaders that are heading them have only one interest, that is of their own party and their own interest. They want to come to power, hence they use all these vote bank politics in different names. So it's up to the people to decide who is communal, who is secular, who is regional, and who is casteist. All of them seem to be same.